This conference will now be recorded.
So today we are going to start the new unit, that is evolution of life. Okay, students? Today we are going to start the new unit, that is the evolution of life. How life evolved on the earth. Okay, students? Today we are going to start. Happy New Year. Okay, everyone. Happy New Year to all. Evolution of life. Students, before starting the unit, we must know that this unit is very easy, very interesting. Okay, unit is so much easy and interesting, but every time 2 or 3 questions in CSIR in C section and in D section, always 2 or 3 questions are asked from this unit. Okay, we will discuss this unit in the form of stories. Okay, this unit is the most easiest unit of CSIR net. Okay, but unit is important from the examination of point of view. Okay, evolution of life, as the name indicates, how life evolved on the earth. Okay, the main point is how life evolved on the earth. Different scientists time to time give different theories to explain the evolution of life. Okay, different scientists from very beginning till now, different scientists are giving different theories to explain the evolution of life. Okay, so first of all, bacho, what is evolution? Can any one of you tell me what is evolution? What is evolution? Evolution is the gradual change. Suppose we are evolved from chimpanzees, monkeys are our ancestors. We are evolved from them. Human evolution. First human was, just a minute students. Okay, students. So, life evolved almost 20 billion years ago. It is the gradual changes. Like we are evolved from the monkey. Our ancestors was Ramapithecus, Dryopithecus, different our ancestors. Then Homo sapiens was developed at the last. The recent human being is the Homo sapiens, which was evolved from different ancestors. Okay. So first of all, everyone must know that what is evolution. Evolution is the gradual changes. These are the gradual changes. Evolution is reversible or irreversible. Students, the unit will be interactive, very interesting, very easy and important unit. Okay, the unit must be interactive, so all the students interact with me. Evolution is reversible or irreversible. As your point of view, evolution is reversible or irreversible? Yes, evolution is irreversible. Okay, students? If we are evolved, then there is no chance that suppose you are child. After some years, you become adult. Now you are, okay, now there is no chance for you to become the child again. So evolution is irreversible in nature. Okay, then the next point, universe. Universe was created almost about 20 billion years ago. 20 billion years ago. The full universe was developed, originate about 20 billion years ago. Different theories were given at different time to explain the origin of universe. Okay, these theories are not so much important, but we have to discuss because in your syllabus these theories are also mentioned, and in your book of Pathfinder these theories are given. So students, in first lecture we are going to discuss these theories in one lecture. So if there will be no chance of to left the question. If in anyhow, if the question comes from these theories, then there will be no chance that we left the question. So that's why we are discussing these theories. The first theory was Big Bang theory. Big Bang. Big Bang means bachcho, huge explosion. Scientists say that the cosmic matter was aggregated when the huge explosion occurs. Okay, in the cosmic matter, the huge explosion occur and different gases, hydrogen and helium, these gases are released. Okay, these gases are released. After some time, the gases start condensing. The hydrogen and helium gases, they start condensing due to the gravitational force. Different gravitational force help in the condensation of these gases. After some time, these gases expand. Okay, these gases start expanding, and this was the Big Bang theory. This is also called as cosmic evolution, because the cosmic matter get huge explosion. Okay, huge explosion occurs in the cosmic matter. When the huge explosion, jabardast, sorry, large explosion takes place, at that time hydrogen and helium gases are released. Okay, hydrogen and helium gases are released, and these gases start condensing due to the gravitational forces. Different gravitational forces acts on these gases, and these gases start condensing, and after some time the universe the expansion of universe takes place. Okay, galactic, the formation of galaxies takes place. Our name of our galaxy is Milky Way galaxy. Okay, then the nebular hypothesis comes. In the nebular hypothesis, there is always one source of energy, that is sun. This is the sun, which acts as the main source of energy, and around this main source of energy, many planets were moving. This hypothesis is known as the nebula hypothesis. This is our sun. Planets are revolving around this. Then chemical evolution, then biological evolution, and culture, and this is our future. This is the cosmic evolution as per this theory, because many scientists are giving their opinions, because at that time no one was present. About 20 billion years ago, no one was present. Every scientist, everyone is giving their point of view. They are thinking from their point of view. Some scientists are says different points. Some scientists are giving their different opinions. Everyone has different opinion. So first theory was given was the Big Bang theory. According to this theory, there was the huge explosion, and after this huge explosion, different gases released in large amount. Okay, the explosion was so much huge. Okay, the huge explosion takes place, and after the explosion, different gases released in the atmosphere, hydrogen gases and helium gases. After some time, these gases start condensing due to the gravitational forces. Different gravitational forces acts on these gases, and they start expanding, and from these cosmic matter, the full universe get formed. This was the first theory. Okay, then next theory was given. Next theory was given by the theory of special creation. Father Soros give this theory. According to this theory, they says that no explosion takes place, no nebula hypothesis, no planets, nothing was there. God created the life. Okay. As per this theory of special creation, the scientists say there was no explosion. Such things doesn't take place in our universe. God comes on earth. In Hindu, Brahma created the living beings in one stroke. Christians and Islamists believe that God created this universe, plants, animals, human beings in 6 days. Okay, they said that the God created this universe in 6 days. First day they formed animals, plants, then created different form, then different organs, and after some time the God created the different requirements which are needed for the survival. So it has no scientific basis. This theory has no scientific basis. So scientists start ignoring this theory. This theory was highly criticized, because students, in science this theory doesn't take place. So this theory was highly criticized. Okay. Then the next theory was the theory of spontaneous evolution. The theory of spontaneous generation. This theory was given by the Pasteur and Reddy. This theory was given by the scientist Louis Pasteur. Okay, this theory was given by scientist Louis Pasteur. As per this theory, living beings arise from the other objects, inanimate objects. It is also called as abiogenesis or biogenesis. This theory was also known as abiogenesis theory. Aristotle, von Helmont, all these were the supporter of this theory. Okay, they believed that insects arise from dew, fish and frog from the mud, and fly maggots from the meat. These are the fly maggots. They says that these fly maggots originate from this butter, this bread, from this piece of meat. Students, because they, if we are taking the bread and we are spreading the water on that bread, after some time the fungus start appearing on that bread. No one is giving the fungus, it doesn't grow fungus there, but after some time how the fungus grows on that bread, because the living things originate from the inanimate objects. So this theory was supported by different scientists. Okay, different scientists were supporting this theory. Okay, then the experiment that was performed by Pasteur. As per the Pasteur, he takes the two flasks, completely sterilize the flask. Okay, he takes the two flasks, completely sterilize the flask. In the flask he adds some material, the agar medium, the liquid medium, adds in one flask. One flask was bent in this form and other flask was straight. In this bent flask there was no entry of air. Okay, and the open mouth flask in which the air is entering. So in the flask which is open ended, in the flask organism starts growing in the liquid. But the flask that was closed and air is not present in the flask, microbes doesn't grow in that flask. So as per the Pasteur's experiment, the life evolved from the different organism. Then the theory of panispermia. Panispermia. Okay. The next theory is the theory of panispermia. As per this theory, they says that life arises from the other planet. Okay, life arises from the other planet. From the different planets, different particles comes on the earth like spores, sperm, seeds. They comes from different planets. Okay, and start growing and form the life. This theory was also highly criticized because they says that life comes from the other planet. Then the question arises, on the other planet from where the life comes. Okay, on the other planet, how the life comes on the other planet. So this theory was also so much criticized. Students, clear? Different scientists are giving their opinion. All the scientists are giving their own opinion. Some scientists are saying that life arises from the cosmic evolution, whose explosion occurs and life arises. Some scientists are saying life comes from the pre-existing life. The theory of panspermia, as per this theory, life comes from the other planet. And some scientists are saying that life is created by the God. Everyone is giving their opinions, but no one knows the reality. Okay, because at the time, no one was present. Okay, different scientists are explaining the points as per their own knowledge. The next scientist was Oparin and Haldane theory of chemical evolution. This theory was supported by many scientists. As per this theory, the complex molecules are formed from the simple molecules. Okay. First of all, the gases start condensing, then heavy metals formed, then lightest metals form, ammonia, water gets start forming. Okay. In the very starting, Earth was so much hot. Okay, so atoms doesn't combine with each other. It contains hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon. After some time, the Earth start cool down. Okay, at the very starting point of view, the Earth was very much hot. Very high temperature was present on the Earth. After a period of time, the Earth get cooled down. Okay, Earth getting cool, and after the cooling of the Earth, the molecules start combining together, and the complex molecules start forming. This theory was given by the Oparin and Haldane. Simple organic compounds are synthesized. Then the next step is the formation of micromolecules. From these simple molecules, the formation of micromolecules takes place. Okay, then the next point, when the temperature of Earth coming down, the gases start condensing and they form different hydrocarbons. After some time, formation of inorganic molecules, organic molecules takes place. The first cell form. From first cell they combine together to form the tissue, then cell, then organelles. In this way, the life was evolved. This theory was highly supported by different scientists. This theory was supported by the Miller and Urey experiment. The scientist called Miller and Urey experiment, he supported this theory and he performed the experiment. In the lab, he set up these conditions, the conditions which was present on the primitive earth, and these conditions was created in the lab. So he set the instrument. He just make the setup and he give all the conditions that was same at the time of the evolution of life. Okay, first of all, this is the instrument which was set up by Miller and Urey. The scientists Miller and Urey, they set up this instrument. This is vacuum, gas mixture, liquid water, sampling, condenser. Okay, from the very starting, in this point, the temperature was very much high. At the primitive earth, the temperature was very much high. So with the help of the hot water, the temperature was very much high. The conditions were anaerobic at the starting time. So the vacuum was created. The vacuum absorbed all the oxygen from the air. So the anaerobic conditions are created at the earth, primitive earth. The light was very much high, thundering takes place. So the electrodes were given and different mixture of gases were given. Okay, then after some time the condensation, he add the condenser. The function of condenser is the cooling. Okay, as per the Heldon, he said that in the very starting point the earth was very much hot. Okay, and anaerobic conditions was present, gases were present in the free form, high electrodes were present, high energy, high heat was present, and after some time earth get cooled down. Okay, and the formation of biomolecules takes place. So the Urey and Miller form the same setup. Okay, the same setup was done by the Miller and Urey scientist. So Miller and Urey, first of all, what he had done, given the high temperature. This is the high temperature liquid water, heat the water, high temperature was created. Vacuum creates the anaerobic condition because the function of vacuum is to absorb all the oxygen from this water. After some time, then in the next chamber, he gives the electrodes high energy and gases were given. Condenser was added, so the cooling effect was done. And after some time, after the 18th day of experiment, after the 18th day, Urey and Miller observed the appearance of amino acids. 18 din up to 18th day. First day he came, second day came, third day came, up 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. He was just observing this setup. In this setup, he was observing anything appear in this setup, anything appear in this setup, and after the 18th day of his experimental setup, he observed the 3 amino acids, alanine, glycine, and aspartic acid. These 3 amino acids were firstly observed. Alanine, glycine, and aspartic acid. These 3 amino acids were firstly observed by the Miller and Urey. So he said that the theory of Heldon is correct. So this theory, up to now, this theory is highly accepted of evolution of life because every scientist were giving different views, different opinions, but no one was giving the proof. No one has the proof to explain the life. So science needs proof. Okay, science doesn't believe on hypothesis. So the scientists Urey and Miller, this theory is important. In your Pathfinder book, this theory is mentioned and this setup is explained at that in that image. Everyone has the Pathfinder book. Every one of you have the Pathfinder edition. Message me. Every one of you have the Pathfinder book or not? Yes. Okay, in the second part, just open the unit of evolution. We are discussing the unit of evolution in the part of your first part and second part. In the second part, the unit evolution is present, and this experiment, this image is clearly mentioned. And all these theories of evolution is also given in your Pathfinder book. Okay, but these theories are not so much important. So theories were explained in the concise manner. Okay, theories are explained in the concise manner because I think the question is asked from the Urey and Miller experiment, but okay, so I think one time the question was asked from the this experiment. Recently, some scientists are giving the hypothesis that life originated from the deep sea hypothermal vent. Okay, this theory is not also not accepted. We are not wasting so much time on these theories, so just we are taking the look on these theories. All these were the theories of evolution of life. Okay, students, all these were the theories of evolution of life. What are the theories? Theory of special creation. This theory was highly criticized by everyone. Every scientist was criticizing this theory. God comes on the earth in 6 days, he created the full universe. Full universe was created in 6 days. This theory was highly criticized. Okay, everyone was criticizing this theory. Then the theory of spontaneous generation, the theory of Louis Pasteur. Okay, then the theory of biogenesis. Okay, theory of biogenesis. Then the theory of panspermia. This theory was also highly criticized. This theory was also criticized because as per this theory of panspermia, life arises from the other planet. Uh, 1 minute. This theory was criticized. This theory was highly criticized. There was in these theories there was some logic, but these theories are logicless. This theory and this theory, these theories were highly criticized because as per this theory, God come and he create the life in 6 days. Maybe it will be possible. Everyone says that God created this life, God created the earth. Maybe it is possible, but in as per the science term, this is not possible. Theory of panspermia. As per this theory, life comes from the other planet in the form of spores. The spores, they just fall on the earth and the formation of life takes place. This theory was also criticized. The most accepted theory was the theory of Miller and Urey. Urey and Miller theory was highly accepted theory because in this theory he just done the experimental setup. In the lab condition, he performed the experiment. He just created the same setup as that was present on the primitive earth. This was the same setup as created by him. This all these conditions was present on the earth. In the very starting, the earth was very much hot. Anaerobic conditions was present. After some time, the earth start cooling down. So he observed that at all this setup, the formation of the appearance of the arrival of different biomolecules takes place. The amino acids form, and the first amino acid that appears was alanine, glycine, and aspartic acid. These three amino acids were appeared very first. Then amino acids start combining, they form proteins. Proteins form enzymes. With the help of enzymes, reaction takes place. So this theory was supported. This was all about the evolution of life. Okay, how the evolution of universe takes place. Then the origin of earth. Our earth is originated almost about origin of earth about 4.5 billion years ago. Universe arrived at about 20 billion years ago. Universe 20 billion years ago. Okay, universe arise about 20 billion years ago, earth about 4.5 billion year ago, and life on the earth arise life arise about 4 billion years ago. 4 billion year ago. So this was the theory of the origin of universe. Then the next theory was the evolution of earth. How the earth formed. The next point that comes in the mind of scientists, how the earth formed. Okay, primitive earth. On the primitive earth, reducing environment was present. No atmosphere, very high temperature, no oxygen, no ozone layer. Primitive earth. Primitive earth, no oxygen, no oxygen, no ozone layer was present, no oxygen was present, reducing environment, was present, no atmosphere. Nothing was present on the primitive earth. After some time, the volcanic eruptions takes place. The volcanic eruptions takes place. Lava comes out from the lava that comes from the volcanic eruption start forming the rocks. Rocks and mountains are formed from these lava. Different gases were present like CO2, ammonia, nitrogen. Different gases were present. Different gases were present in the free form. Then they combine with UV rays. Because no ozone was present, they combine with UV rays, come on the surface of earth, water was present, okay, water start breakdown, water breakdown into the H2 and O2 negative free radical. The water molecules start condensing, formation of clouds takes place. When the clouds are formed, the rain start occur. The big holes form the ocean, small holes form the sea. This was the theory of evolution of life. So the life first arises on the in the water, then on the earth. Okay, life arises firstly in the water, then in the earth. This water was known as the prebiotic soup. This water known as the prebiotic soup. Okay, this was the theory about the evolution of life. Everyone giving their views. Volcanic eruption takes place, lava comes out, lava start forming the clouds, free gases were present in the atmosphere, they come on the earth, water was present, water molecules start breaking down, then these water start condensing. When water condense, they form the clouds. From the clouds, rain start occurring. The different types of holes were present on the earth. The holes were filled with the water. The large holes form the ocean, small holes form the sea, rivers, lakes, ponds, all these were formed. Then in the water, life arises firstly. Okay. Then from the water, life comes on the earth. This was the origin of earth. Okay, then life arises after the five formation of earth. After the formation of earth, about 5 billion year, life arises. Life arose almost 4 billion year ago and earth formed 4.5. So almost about the 500 billion years. The gap between the formation of earth and life is almost about the 5 billion years. Okay, earth formed 4.5 billion years ago, life arose 4 billion year ago. This is the all about the evolution of origin of life. This was all about the origin of life. Okay, this topic was not so much important, but sometimes the questions may be asked from this point, because students, in the evolution, every time the questions are asked from the Darwin Finch's geological time scale, eras, different eras, epochs, the age of dinosaurs, the age of the first amphibian appear on which era, on which epoch, the human form, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic, Jurassic, Triassic, all these eras are important. Then every time the questions are asked from the divergent evolution, convergent evolution, analogous organ, homologous organ, what is analogous organ, what is divergent evolution, what is adaptive radiation. The questions are every time asked from these topics. Okay, every time the questions are asked from these topics, because the 2 or 3 questions are fixed from this unit. Everyone think that the unit is because when we read this unit, we think that it is so much, it is just like the story. Life arise, volcanic eruptions occur. Students, are you enjoying the unit? Are you enjoying the concept, how the life form? Because student, this unit is, I just always enjoy this unit. How the life arise, how evolution of life occurs, why, how the formation of clouds takes place, how the volcanic, how the galaxy formed. Okay, or always enjoy this unit. When we read this unit, we think that it is just like the story. But this unit, students, are very important. Every time questions are asked, every time different questions are asked from this unit, and in the upcoming lecture, the unit will be very much interesting about the Darwin finches, about the Lamarck's theory, different type of organs, convergent evolution, divergent evolution, analogous organs, homologous organ, okay, sexual selection, okay, parapatric, sympatric, all these are also speciation. Speciation is very much important. Speciation, allopatric selection, what is sympatric selection, what is parapatric selection. Every time the question is asked from these speciation, from the Darwin's finches, every time question is asked. Okay, and ecology is also, ecology and evolution, both of these units are very much interesting. Okay, easy and interesting. Then what is evolution? You told me what is evolution. Everyone is familiar with evolution. Evolution is the process of transformation or the changes, like liverworts, hornworts, mosses, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm. This is the evolution. Firstly, on the earth, the liverworts were present, that were non-vascular plants. These are also called as bryophytes. Bryophytes, these are bryophytes, liverworts, hornworts, mosses. Then from bryophytes, pteridophytes were formed. Pteridophytes, then gymnosperm formed. Then from the gymnosperms, angiosperms start forming. Okay, this is the theory of evolution of life. Okay, this was the theory of evolution, how they are advancing. Now the angiosperms, the fruit bearing plants, the flower bearing plants are known as angiosperm. These are gymnosperm, seedless plant. Okay, these are gymnosperm. On pteridophytes, in case of pteridophytes, swans, horsetails, all these start appearing. Bryophytes, liverworts, hornworts, mosses. In bryophytes, no vascular system was present. They were non-vascular. Then these are the seedless plants, gymnosperm. Then the seed plants appear, flowers start appearing, beautiful flowers are coming. This is the evolution. From these liverworts, the flowers are formed. This is called evolution. Best example of evolution from the botany point of view. This is the best example of evolution. How from the liverworts the angiosperms formed. Liverworts formed, then bryophytes, then pteridophytes, and gymnosperm, then angiosperm. This is the evolution. So what is the definition of evolution? Evolution is the process in which the changes on the life takes place. This is the changes. Any changes in the heritable traits within a population is known as evolution. Any change that takes place in the population, full population, students, in the full population, that the change that takes place in the full population is known as evolution. Okay, not in one individual. If one individual is changing himself, that is not evolution, bacho. Evolution is change in the full population. If in our country, out of 130 crore public, approximately 1 crore people are changing themselves. But the full population is just as it is. So it is not known as evolution. Evolution is known as the full change in the population. The complete population gets changed. This process is known as evolution. This is the irreversible process, and this is the most common example and important example of evolution. Okay, so this is the evolution. How evolution takes place? How the process of evolution takes place? The evolution occurs as per the environment. Like students, we are start wearing the mask. It is the evolution in the full population. How the evolution occurs in the population as per the environment? Because in the environment, corona is present. Everyone knows that in the environment, coronavirus is present. If we will not wear the mask, the coronal infectors. Okay, so the full population start wearing the mask. This is known as evolution. So evolution occurs on the basis of the environment, the interaction of individual and environment. Evolution based on the interaction of individual and the environment. So this is the evolution. When they were moving on the earth, after some time they feel that they have to fly, so the wings start appearing, and this is the evolution. Very first, they are like our ancestors, they were moving on the four legs. Okay, hands and legs they put, and then the walk. After some time they start, just a minute students, I'm just showing you the image. 2 minutes. The chapter will be very interesting, and we are going to make this chapter so much interesting. Okay, 2 minutes students. I'm just showing you the image. You can also check the image in your phone also. The evolution of human, because we relate every topic with us, na? So we are just watching the evolution of human. Human evolution. Yes, you can see everywhere on the unit of evolution. This image is always this image is shown. Firstly, we are just like this. Then this is evolution. Okay, this is the process of evolution. In case of human being, this is the evolution. So evolution takes place as per the environment. Okay, evolution takes place as per the interaction of individual with the environment. So as then different ideas on the earth of Aristotle, Darwin thinking. The father of evolution is known as the Darwin. We have discussed all this theory. Yes, the most important scientist, the main name in evolution, Darwin. The Darwin is the most important name in the unit of evolution. Students, Darwin Finches. Everyone listen the name Darwin Finches. Galapagos Island, adaptive radiation. You heard the term adaptive radiation? Darwin's Finches, Galapagos Island. You heard the terms? Adaptive radiation. How many of you knows about the adaptive radiation? What is adaptive radiation? Students, I'm just telling you a story. Darwin was moving on his ship, Beagle. The name of his ship was, he was born on 809. He joined the crew in 1831. Okay, he joined the crew in 1831. He was a naturalist. Almost 5 years, he was moving around the world. See, uncertainly, he just reached at the Galapagos Island. The name of the island was Galapagos Island. Okay, that was a small island, 1000 kilometers from the South America. Students, this is the very most important topic. Darwin, survival of fittest, adaptive radiation. The topic is very much important, but we are discussing this topic in the form of story. Okay, thus the Darwin scientist, the father of, he is also known as the father of evolution. Darwin, naturalist. He was the naturalist. He was just he was the crew member moving around the world. At uncertainty, they reached to the Galapagos Island. This island was 1000 kilometers from the South America. Different climates were present, and different types of animals were present and on that island. After the 10-year of research, after the 10-year of research, he observed that at that island only 30 species were present, and these species starting adapting in the environment, and they just modify their finches because the sources was limited at that island. The sources, the food resource were limited, so some birds, the finches, start feeding on the seeds, some start feeding on the insects, some starts feeding on the stem, some starts feeding on the leaf. So the finches that were feeding on the stem, their finches were hard. Their beak was hard. Okay, other that were feeding on the seeds, their beak was soft. So as per the resources, they from the 13th species, almost many species were arrived on that island. Different size, different beak size, different food habitats. So he concluded that this is the process of the vegetarian finches, their beak is like that. Insectivore species, because they have to pick the insects from the earth. Woodpecker, they are feeding on the stem. Cactus ground finches. So everyone have the different shape. In the starting, when he was just on the Galapagos Island, in the very starting, he just observed that everyone has the same size of the beak. Okay, everyone was, suppose everyone was looking like this. But as per the resource, availability of the resource partitioning, they start doing the resource partitioning. How? Because some start feeding on the leaf, some on the stem, some on the fruits. They just resource partitioning takes place on the on the Galapagos Island. So as per the resource partitioning, they form different size. So this he concluded that in the nature the survival of fittest takes place. He concluded that which is fit start surviving, and the other which is not fit, they just died. So the species no longer existed. Which is not fit to survival doesn't exist for the long time. So the he observed that number of organisms in each species start increasing exponentially generation to generation. In the nature, population tend to remain stable in the size. Environment resources are limited. The size of population was very much high, but the resources were very much limited. So the fittest, the survival of fittest, what takes place? As per the Darwin, the individual which is fit, just like the competition. Who face the competition, win the race, and start surviving. So this was all about the Darwin's theory. This is also known as the this theory is also known as adaptive radiation. Why it is known as adaptive radiation? Because they start adapting in the environment, and from the one species, many species are formed. From the single species, different types of species start forming. Okay, so this was all about the Darwin's theory. Every time questions are asked on adaptive radiation, what was adaptive radiation? Adaptive radiation is convergent or divergent? One question. Adaptive radiation is convergent or divergent? I will show the questions. In the practice set, I will show the questions of Darwin finches. Every year question in C section, almost 4 marks question. One question of 4 marks always asked from the Darwin's finches. From this divergent, yes, very good, Priyama. Divergent, because from one species, different species are arising. So from one different arising, this is called divergent. When from the different species single source is formed, that is known as the convergent evolution. As in analogous organ, they have the different ancestor but performing the same function. We will discuss all these points in the next classes. So the adaptive radiation is the divergent evolution. All about the Darwin's finches. Then the next scientist, known as Lamarck, he gave the theory. He was the first scientist to understand that change occurs over time. As per the Lamarck, he says that the changes occurs over the time. Time to time, these changes are takes place. No resource, nothing takes place. As per the environment, as per the time, these changes takes place, and these are passing from the parents to the offspring. Uh, this theory was highly criticized because students, I'm just showing. So when we are taking the dog, clipped ears of the dog, then as per the lemma, he says that up to 1 to 10 generations, we just clipped the ears of the dog. Then, as per the lemma, he said that his offspring will also appear without the ears. Suppose if we are cutting, in case of our generation, if suppose I just cut my hair, I cut my ear. Okay, one ear is cut. The next generation, the ear is cut. Up to 10th generation, one ear was cut. One up to 10 generation. Then, as per the lemma, he says that 11th generation will appear with the cut ear. So he was just trying to say that the characters are transferred from parents to the offspring. Students, if just I am cut my one ear, up to 10th generation, I am cutting the ear. I am living with one ear. My 10th generation are also with one ear. Okay, we just cut one ear. He, as per lemma, he says that the 11th generation will automatically with one ear. The 11th generation automatically appear with the one ear. So this theory was highly criticized. So now just discuss the theory of Lamarck. He says that changes are adaptation to the environment acquired in the organism lifetime. These are acquired, and these acquired changes are passed to the offspring. Okay, this point was highly criticized. Lamarck give the theory of use and disuse of organs. Okay, if we use our body part, the body part becomes stronger. If we are not using our body part, the body becomes weak, and our future generation will also appear with the weak body. So as he just take the example of the giraffe. He says that in the starting time, the food resources was very much rare. The plants were of very much height. So the giraffe starting to take the food with his neck, he just start using his neck, and after some time, the giraffe appear with this neck. So then he is using, in the very first, the original ancestral neck was like this. They were just keep stretching their neck to take the food from the higher trees. Then they are keep stretching, and after the stretching, this become progressively longer, and after some time, this generation, this start appearing in the his future offspring also. This theory was given by Lamarck. His theory is also known as the theory of acquired characteristics. Acquire. Characters are acquired from the parents. So this theory was highly criticized. Okay. Use and disuse blacksmith and their sons muscular arms, giraffe neck longer. If some blacksmith and their sons are with muscular arms, then their future generations will be also muscular. Okay. This theory is also known as the theory of acquired characteristics. The Lamarck giraffe. These are the Lamarck giraffe. Lamarck's theory of evolution, inheritance of acquired traits. Traits acquired during one's lifetime and would be passed to the offspring. Example, clipped ear of the dog passed to his offspring. Students, funny na? This is funny. Lamarck's theory was highly criticized because he was saying that the characteristics are passed from parents to the offspring. This theory is also known as the inheritance of acquired characteristics. Okay. This theory was also known as the inheritance of the acquired characteristics. Lamarck's mistake. He didn't know how traits are inherited. Genes are not changed by activities in life. Changes through mutations occur before an organism is born. Okay. All these were the mistakes that was done by Lamarck. Comparison between the Darwins and Lamarck. Organisms best suited in the environment condition are most likely to survive and reproduce. The survival of fittest. The organisms which are fit, they are able to survive in the environment. As per the Lamarck, organisms pass the traits to their offspring. These were the differences between the two theories. The next theory was also known as the Neo-Darwinism. Okay, Darwin also gave the other theory that was the Neo-Darwinism. In that theory, mutation was the main point that was discussed. mutation was the main point that was discussed. So students, all about today. Today we discussed about the origin of life, how life evolved on the earth, and the different theories of the origin of life. Okay, different theories for the origin of life, how life evolved on the earth. Okay, then discussed about the Darwin's finches, then we discussed about the Lamarck. Students, we are just thinking that this theory is funny. We are thinking that Lamarck's theory is funny, but student, at that time this research was very much important, because we are studying this research up to now, means the research was very much important. Okay, now we are thinking it is funny. Giraffe neck becomes longer due to the use of his organs. But at that time, this theory was very much important. Okay, Lamarck's theory was very much important. Everyone was just thinking that this is the true theory given by Lamarck. Okay, so we discussed the most important two theories about the evolution of life. One is Darwin's theory and second is Lamarck's theory. Clear to everyone, bachchan? Just message me. Clear to everyone? Clear up to here? Clear? If any one of you have any student, just listen me. From the origin of life, all the theories, Big Bang theories, galaxy nebula hypothesis, the spontaneous abiogenesis, parasomnia or panspermia, all these theories are never asked in the exam. Sometimes the questions are asked from the Urey and Miller experiment, but we are not, student, we are not taking the risk. Maybe the question can be asked from these theories, then we must be aware with the name of these theories. Okay, we must be aware with the name of these theories. That's why we discussed these theories approximately in one class. So in there will be no chance to let the question must not be, the question must be attempted by everyone. We are just completing the evolution from the very starting up to the end. We will discuss the evolution up to the evolution of Homo sapiens, our evolution from the very beginning. We will discuss the evolution of our, how we are evolved. Ramapithecus, Dryopithecus, then Homo sapiens. We are starting from the very basic and then move towards the advanced theories. So today we discuss two most important theories of Darwin's and Lamarck. Okay, clear to everyone? If any one of you have any question, then you can ask. You are free to ask. You have 5 minutes. You can ask any question. Clear to everyone? Okay, clear to everyone. Okay, sir. Thank you, student. Thanks to all the students. No question. From my side, I have done.
Thank you, ma'am. So it was really very informative session, ma'am. So students, if you understood today's topic, please comment yes in the comment box. Just let us know. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mansa, Salni, Vidushi, Maunia, Anaga. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Now you can slowly leave the meeting. And please join 10 minutes before. I request everyone to please join 10 minutes before.